and someone discovered, I don't know how in the back end, that a Fortnite update was pushed.
A hard update to the back end is what you're saying.
Hard
confirmed update to the back end.
To the back end.
And it's real tight.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Emergent Gamer Podcast, episode 169. This is Neo Ayoshi.
This is Trip Zero.
And this is Felix Hergood.
We're coming at you live through the power of the internet. I stole that from Boogie.
Did you?
Yeah, twitch.tv/
fight you.
Emergent_gamer. That's where we're live currently. Next week, mixer.com/
Emergent_gamer.
Emergent_gamer. Same thing.
You're going to
Great.
keep it the same even though you hate that underscore.
I do.
Uniformity
Because
is key.
Brand uniformity is much more important than my hangups about underscores.
And that was one of the reasons why I kept it on everything else. If we couldn't get Emergent Gamer together when I did the Twitter account initially.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, okay, we got that. And then people started following us on it, and then it was like one of these things.
And you're already there, and the ball's
I
rolling.
was just like, then I rolled with the Instagram, the Twitch, so we might as well do the Mixer too.
Sure.
No one really sees that when you're on Twitter. I mean, they do if they have to look it up.
I think underscores are a bigger deal. I'm making them a bigger deal than they really truly are.
I don't think they look bad.
It's in my Twitter
At least we
handle.
don't have any numbers, any fucking long trails of numbers.
Yeah,
Emergent Gamer
numbers are an
7275689.
You know what's the fucking worst? XXXX on a fucking gamer tag. I fucking hate
420XX,
Like,
420,
yeah.
lays it.
Well, that was always like the AOL Instant
I
Messenger back in
understand
the
it.
day.
I understand
X,
it. Like
X, like XO or X0, XOXO, baby cutie girl, XOXO. Like at the very end.
well, if
Yeah.
somebody comes in with a Twitch handle or a Mixer handle in my chat and they have XX, I know not to read the XX, but I didn't know initially. And for like a good whole year.
Is this like an
I would
unspoken
go,
internet rule?
You don't read the XX.
You don't?
No.
I would-
you read it to make fun of it, but you don't read it as part of the name.
but I used to go like, "Hi XX lover boy 65XX." You know what I mean? Like.
Did you do that like seriously?
Oh, totally. I had no fucking idea.
I can picture this.
I can
I had
too.
no
Sure
clue
doing it.
what I would do, what I should do with that. Now I know to ignore it, so that's good.
That was good. Guys, that was a great intro. Can I just pat ourselves immediately on the back for that?
You're welcome.
Yeah, do
You
it.
did great.
Pat
I'm
away.
proud of you.
Yeah.
We all rolled into the names.
Yeah,
Look at us. 169 episodes it took us to get a solid intro, but we're there.
we did it. We can close it down now. Bye.
We're done. The content's over.
Show's gonna go on. It's gonna
Content's
go on.
over. This
if
is
they
it.
leave, I'm just gonna do the show by myself.
Unsubscribe right now. There's
All right,
no more
Trip.
content. It's a good number to end on.
Let's start with you. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
what's good?
I've been moving locations and homes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But I also have had a more stable time at work. So I'm able to set up a schedule for my life, which includes more constant screaming, more constant streaming.
Just sitting in a room.
Screaming constantly
You're allowed to
about
scream
all
if you
this
want
shit
to.
that I'm doing. But yeah, my streaming schedule is pretty consistent. Besides tonight, obviously, it's 7 to 11, right?
Yeah, I've noticed you going live like that.
Yeah. I'm liking it. It's fitting out really well. And I've been doing Destiny, of course. Big fucking surprise out there to our constant listeners.
Something must have gotten you hyped.
Yeah, something did.
Well, I sat for.
To be honest, though, I will be playing this regardless of an announcement video or what they talked about.
Oh, sure.
But
You should be playing Metal Gear, but whatever. I'm not going to stop you.
It's a faction rally week and it's
you
an
do.
event, and
You
I have to do the event. Once I'm done the event and it's normal week, I'm not as pressed, and I'll go back to Metal
I'm just
Gear.
saying, Phantom Pain, man.
I did promise people out there, Phantom Pain. I'm sorry, Felix.
I
What'd
was
you say?
surprised. I watched you play Destiny for 2 hours, and for the first time in my history of watching Destiny, I didn't understand a fucking thing that was happening. Like I was like, "What is going on?" I know he's on Mars.
You're not the only one.
I
who's
hopped
had
on
that
Mars.
in
experience.
your stream last night, and this is what I saw. You were playing with Mr. Oates,
Yep.
Mr. Kevin Oates,
Yep.
and you were going, okay, so now in your inventory, you got the XYZ
I'm
code token.
going
and
to break out those chunks of my stream and make like a Destiny
tutorial,
101
yeah.
YouTube series because we're going
like,
down to the
you were
nitty gritty.
teaching him the ropes.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
And I was like,
teaching him how to like navigate the screen. Press your options button. Press the right shoulder once to go over to your
God.
inventory screen. Like it was that level of detail.
Yeah, and you
But
have
not-
to do
not
that because
helpful.
he's used to playing games like Guns, Gore, and Cannoli.
Right. It's a different level of game. I'm confident though, man. He's gonna get it, or he's just not, and never play this game ever again.
But we discovered.
But he's trying.
He's trying.
Me and Kevin.
I appreciate that.
Me
I
and
really
Kevin
do.
Oates discovered that Guns, Gore, and Cannoli is like the modern Metal Slug,
Yeah,
and we loved
it's
it.
got a lot of similarities.
We kicked ass with it. It was a lot of fun. It's on the Switch. If you guys don't know about it,
So you excited about that faction rally?
Faction rally is happening this week in Destiny, which is where you pledge your character to one of 3 factions that are in the city. They're just like ideological groups in Destiny's lore, like political parties. You pick one.
Played by
right?
some sweet actors.
Yeah, like so many fucking
yeah. New Monarchy is the guy
Peter
from
Peter
Peter
Stormare.
Stormare.
New Monarchy.
Sorry,
no, not New
Dead
Monarchy.
Orbit. Dead Orbit is Peter Stormare.
Dead Orbit is Peter Stormare.
That one woman from The Expanse.
Who?
Oh, she's Lakshmi.
Yep. She's in Expanse. I don't know her character
I'm
name.
gonna have to look the names up.
She was in season
One of-
24.
One of them is Claudia
I can't
Black.
do her voice. She's
Tess
got a-
Everest.
That's-
Yeah, but that's not a
Claudia Black.
She's not a faction. She's not.
We're-
You don't know who Claudia
we're-
Black
we're
is? She
strumming
was in-
about this right now.
Yeah, Claudia Black was in Pitch Black, the movie with Riddick. And,
Farscape.
Who are you talking about? I might know her.
I'm talking about Shoreh Agadashalu.
Yeah, I don't know her.
No, you do. You do.
You do.
She's got a very, very distinctive voice.
She's in like every procedural. She's a guest in it. She's been in like every TV show ever. But she was in Beyond. Yep.
She was
24.
in-
I remember her as one of the.
Yeah, never mind. She was in The Punisher. I know her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Dude, it's so funny how much money they spend on voice actors in these games, and especially for Faction Rally, an event that you get for 1 week, and you're going to pledge to one of these characters. You're not even going to hear 60% of the faction voices for the majority of the time. They probably paid them like I don't know. I have no gauge. High 6 figures.
What does a voice actor even make?
I don't even know. I have no.
It doesn't, and I guess it matters your name. Your
but
name
a lot
matters
of. I mean,
too, right?
Destiny has a lot of money though. So
New Monarchy is the guy who plays Dexter's like voice in his head,
gotcha.
whatever his name is.
I never
But
saw
He's
Dexter.
currently on
but-
Black Lightning.
But yes, he is. He plays on Black Lightning right now. But he also, little known fact, one of his first roles was in The Warriors.
Yeah.
If you ever saw that. And he plays the guy who talks about fur and trim all the time, referring to female genitalia. Oh,
Never-
it's so
never-
awesome. He's like, wool. He calls it, it's the first time I ever heard female genitalia referred to as wool.
Ew.
Yeah, James Remar. That's his name. And I think he got its start in The Warriors. If you've never seen The Warriors, it's a 1978
seen
action
it.
movie.
Sounds like it.
And it has a really good game that they came out with. Rockstar Games produced the Warriors video game. And it's a modern like 3D beat 'em up, but it's like now dated because it was Xbox One, the original Xbox.
Who did you
OG
pledge your
Xbox.
allegiance to?
I pledged to Dead Orbit.
Which actor were we?
That's Peter Stormare.
Peter
Peter
Stormare.
Storm. Gotcha.
And I
Who
pledged.
was in Fargo.
All right, this is not your time.
I most likely, not most likely. Good, thank you.
You're welcome.
I would have pledged to Dead Orbit anyway, just because I like their colors, their shaders, their designs. They have a really sick shader for this season's drops.
They're
but-
the gray black.
Yeah, but they added this like green gold mix into it for what they started dropping this week. Is pretty cool. But they added exotic catalysts now to drop per faction. So this
What's a
is a new
catalyst?
system, right? They started to upgrade guns, and exotic guns can be upgraded to masterwork like the other legendaries can, but you have to find the catalyst in the world, and you apply the catalyst and then do a mission. The catalyst will say, kill this many people, or like on a sniper, like the Borealis, where you change its
Yeah, I
damage
saw
type.
you were showing me.
You have
that.
to kill
You were showing
150 enemies with each burn type of the gun. Then the
Oh.
catalyst will unlock and you'll have its new abilities.
That's pretty cool.
Some catalysts drop from doing literally anything. Some drop only from strikes. Some drop only from like Crucible and player versus player activities. These catalysts only drop from getting rank 50 in your faction. And you can only pledge per account now. You can't go each character. They changed it.
So
it's-
you can't like game
You
it.
have to pick. You have to truly pick one. Your choice matters. Pick one, and you can only get the catalyst from that group. So I picked Dead Orbit. Also, one because I like him, but two, they have the Graviton Lance catalyst, and they made the Graviton Lance an incredibly sick pulse rifle with this Warmind patch.
Broman did around the time when they first started doing faction rallies. Do you remember the video he did where he talked about the imbalance?
The imbalance of what?
because of the fact he wanted it to go in the direction of it not being each individual character, because he thought it was complete. The first time they did the faction rally, Dead Orbit won.
Yeah.
And he said it was because everyone had picked Dead Orbit on all 3 of their characters.
Yeah.
So it was
Everyone would pick one faction per each character and just grind for everything.
Yeah.
There is if you don't know about this this event in Destiny, the benefit of this, right, is that every time you turn in a reward package for yourself, that's points for your faction. And this is tallied across the entire player base of Destiny 2, PS4, Xbox One, PC. The winning faction offers a weapon for sale.
right.
They all have one exclusive weapon that you can purchase with Glimmer, which is
Remember
just
the first
just
time
the
they
money
did it,
that you find in the game.
The first time they did it, everyone was like, "That weapon sucks ass."
They all still suck. They're not good guns. They're terrible. But if you have pledged to the winner, the gun is very cheap for you, like 100 Glimmer or 1,000. You can hold max 100,000 Glimmer. If you did not pledge, the gun's like 75,000 Glimmer. It's almost your
Damn.
entire cap for this gun.
Wow.
If you are a collector, though, you're going to want it.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter how shitty it is. And especially with legitimate collections coming in-game that are viewable in the
We're gonna
fall.
talk about that in news.
Well, that was in D1. They had that panel you could go
They had
to.
it year 3 in D1.
Yeah, year 3 in D1.
But that was only for exotics.
Right, it was only
They've
for
promised
exotics.
you will get collections.
Full collections.
For gear, for events, for factions.
They know they're fanboys.
I love it, dude. I'm so excited. But we'll dig more into Destiny as we get around to the
news segment.
the update stuff. But Faction Rally is fun. There's some new mechanics where you can the more you kill, pledge to a faction while you're on a planet, you'll get this stack of renown, which means you do less damage, take more damage, and your health regenerates more slowly. But if you take out bosses with this active, you get more tokens. So it's like a risk reward kind of thing.
I hopped on a little bit last night while you
Yeah.
were playing. I was like, let me see what's going on in Destiny.
Yeah.
And I was starting to earn. I picked my faction.
Who'd
and
you
then I think I picked Lakshmi.
Lakshmi.
Yeah. I think that's
Future War Cult.
Future War Cult.
because I picked her the last time they had this coming around, and I was still playing a lot.
I like their area in the tower. It's like a little club.
Yeah, they got a little. Yeah.
And then they have the seats that I call the Men in Black chairs because it looks like when Will Smith
eggs.
was taking the test, like the wall of the chair, and he pulls
Yeah.
the table over.
Oh, that's good.
All right, so what about you?
Me? You want me my turn?
Go. It can be
Why
your
can't
turn.
it be your turn?
Good point.
You're one of the hosts.
So I didn't do much this past week because it was only Friday when we last recorded our show. This is Wednesday now. So, but yesterday or this past weekend, PUBG opened up the Savage map for testing again, which is their tighter, smaller,
the more
Vietnam looking
Fortnite
map.
sized map, right?
Yeah.
In terms of like if you ran from one end to the other, it's more fitted to that.
Oh yeah, you can pretty much get anywhere on the map from the plane. And the way the map's laid out, there's buildings, there's clusters of buildings. I want to say like every 100 yards.
Sure.
You can just get to another building of clusters. So no matter where you land, you're gonna find something. You're gonna
loot.
get a gun. The drops for assault rifles are higher. The part drops are higher. Like you'll get geared up really quickly.
This is the
in
map
early
where
game.
you immediately hit somebody the minute you drop in.
Not necessarily, depending on how you dive, but you can. There's lots of high populated zones.
Remember, you guys were referring to like a map where you guys drop in and within a couple of seconds or minutes.
Wasn't that a special event where it was
Might
only
have
like
been.
melee and
Never
shotgun,
mind.
something like that?
Yeah,
And
here's-
you had
I'm
the-
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
You guys can look us up at pubgmap.io and look at the map, but this is what it looks like. So no matter what direction your plane goes in, you can pretty much get anywhere on the map. And all these little clusters, this is really bad for audio, and I'm really sorry, everybody. But there are paths throughout the
He's
map.
pointing currently to a map.
Yeah.
On the
I'm just doing this so I can
screen of
show
the computer in front of him.
so I can show you guys. But each of these sections are clusters of buildings that you can get to. Then you see these like Boot Camp and Hatin and Camp Alpha, Ruins, all these places.
I think you're lying. I think that's just a map for Far Cry 3.
Does this look like Far Cry 3 to you?
You're just showing us the Far Cry 3 map.
But these are like the new school and the new like these are all really highly concentrated zones
I
that
would
people can
not
jump.
want to live on that motherfucking island.
No, it's not great. It's not great, but it's great for fighting people to the death on. And I was playing it with my group of friends who are currently probably in the Twitch chat as well. Yep, there's a few in there right now. Shout out Channing Tater. He was upset I didn't give him a shout out last week, so I made sure.
Shout out Channing Tater.
Channing Tater. But yesterday,
Channing's Tater.
I played solo yesterday, and I really should have went live because I didn't do this live.
Oh yeah.
And I got a solo chicken dinner. 4 kills.
Okay.
Survived the whole time. I know it was really good. It was some of my best work that will never be seen again because I was not recording it at all.
You weren't live.
I was not live because I wanted to play like 2 or 3 games before I like ate dinner or whatever. So I wasn't like I don't want to like go live and then go off. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do that to everybody. But yeah, it was really good. It was I had an M4 and a fully and a DMR, the SLR, which is the new assault, which is like the new high powered assault rifle. 10 shots in the clip. It's like a semi-auto. It's not like an automatic gun. But I had a 1 silencer that I could swap between them.
Sorry.
Are you?
He's pulling up the chat. I see what he's doing.
I'm just No, I'm not reading the chat up. I'm trying to host us. I forgot to fucking host the show.
Okay.
It's all
right.
good.
I thought you're like scrolling through Instagram. Like I'm done listening to what he's saying. It's time
No,
to
that's
fucking
not
get
what
on.
I'm doing.
So rude.
I'm totally
so
listening.
rude.
Scrolling through.
So by the end of this map, by the end of this match, I was taking this silencer and I was swapping them between my longer range gun and my shorter range
you
gun.
can do that.
M4.
You can fit both.
This is a recent thing that they did
Okay.
where certain AR parts can fit on sniper rifles as well. So I was creeping through. I ended up seeing the 2 last people on the circle, and I was like, okay, I see them, but if I shoot, I will reveal myself. So I waited for them to get in a gunfight, and
Tactical.
as they were shooting each other, I was like, I picked one, and I was like, you, and then killed that guy, and the other guy thought he was free and clear because I took him out. But I knew
he thought he killed a guy by himself.
quite possibly I got the kill though. I saw it on my screen.
Oh, so all right, he would have seen.
So
that.
he would have known. But I knew where he was running to, so I instantly ran around this rock I was at and just took him out through the trees.
Nice.
And that was the story of my chicken dinner. I got a screenshot to prove it. That's all I got is a screenshot.
Hey man, proud of you.
I know.
I'm proud of you.
Other than that, I think that's all. I started Destiny 2 up again. I literally played 30 minutes. I know. But look,
Console or PC?
console.
Okay.
I don't have, like I said, we were talking on Twitter during the announcement of the Destiny stuff.
We were.
I still would like to get it on PC.
Let's hold that thought. We'll come back to it.
To the news.
Yeah, we'll come back to it.
Felix, what up?
Felix,
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm still good.
Okay, good. So it was positioned to me in the chat today.
I love how you start any story. Just any.
Yeah, okay.
Right off.
So today in my stream,
Today in my stream,
17 years ago.
I was strumming. So today, live on my stream, it was positioned by a good majority of the people that were watching, both on Mixer and Twitch, that I'm really close to hitting my goal on Twitch of 2,000.
Sure.
And my goal on Mixer of
I saw you tweet that.
800.
Sure.
So it was posed that what I should probably do if I reach the 2,000 and, in my opinion, reach the 1,000 on Mixer, that I shave my beard.
what?
Whoa.
Don't
Right.
do it.
Now I
Do it.
No, but remember the beard is kind of a part of the branding. So the beard's kind of a part of it. Right?
I know Angry
I want to
Pug.
get
Are you
I want to
familiar
get t-shirts made up
Yeah.
that actually say come for the game, stay for the beard.
I know.
That's a good
I've
shirt.
seen that somewhere floating around your stream. Do you know Angry Pug though, the streamer?
Yeah,
on
yeah, I
Twitch?
know. I met him.
I met him. He had a super huge iconic beard,
Yeah.
which he has since
I remember that.
shaved. And you know,
Can
I mean,
ask
He's
I
still-
don't think I'm
he's still
going
a
to
top-tier
lose
streamer.
people. It's like not. It's not like people are going to.
if anything, I could generate
well, I might.
like
I mean,
Wait a
you know
minute.
questions like, "What happened to your beard, dude?"
Question.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a
Shoot.
pretty big streamer.
How long would you say this glorious beard takes to grow?
not
from-
long at all, and that's the argument that was made by my buddy Feared, and whose name was Fear the Beard originally.
Sure,
So he's
sure.
got like a big beard. He argues
Big old
that
beard.
like people who can grow beards, like myself and Feared.
You do grow your beard really fast.
Yeah,
If I don't shave this in a month, I will.
but
be
the
close
last
to what
time
he's
I
got.
fully had this gone.
I don't know my beard growing length because I don't grow mine long. I
Right.
just keep it here, and then this is long for me. I got to trim this back down just to have a little coat.
The last time I fully had this taken off was for Locke's wedding, and that was October 16th of 2016.
Word.
Thanks for the invite.
So it's I don't even remember if we knew. Did we know you then?
No, we didn't.
No, we definitely knew you then.
Yeah, but I wasn't on the podcast.
I don't think you were on the podcast. Do you remember your start date? What show?
No.
Go back to when you signed the papers. To
I
start
was just
with us.
curious if you remember.
No, I don't.
I don't remember
What were we
either.
talking
I
about?
have no idea.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It has to be longer than Carrot at this point, right?
Oh, it's definitely longer than Carrot.
Really?
Carrot ghosted us, and then we were just
Well,
like,
Don't out him. It's personal.
no, I'm not saying that in a mean way.
Right.
Like that's what it was.
Ghost is negative. That's a negative
He
term.
told us he'd be there the next week, and then he wasn't there the next week.
True.
And then
Carrot, we love you.
asked him
Life happens.
I asked him where he was, and he was like, "I'm camping." I was like, "So last week was your last week?" I was like, "That pretty much that's self-explanatory."
Sorry.
But yeah, so I was thinking maybe I will do it if I hit the 1,000 on Mixer and the 2,000 on Twitch. Shave it off, but it'll only be gone for whatever amount of time. You know? Whatever amount of time it takes to.
You would
back.
let it grow back to where?
Oh yeah,
it
would
is
just
now.
it would just grow back.
Gotcha. Okay.
I met Mrs. Felix with a beard.
Okay.
Right? She thinks that I look like a child molester without my beard. And now I know you all want to see that, but I
feel
do
like
I do look dramatically different.
You do look. It's
Yeah.
insane how different you look without a beard.
I met you. You had no beard.
Well, and the other thing is, while I had the beard, when you met me, you met me when I had a better looking face,
Baby face. Yeah.
Yeah,
a better looking.
Just
face.
a little history. I met Felix like 10 years ago. At
yeah,
this
we
point.
used to work together like 10 years ago before he even came to the podcast. And
Yeah.
you started off, what's crazy is you started off as a fan of the podcast, like just
Yeah.
a listener, because I think I bumped into you in your old
Comic-Con.
I bumped into you at Comic-Con. No, I thought you were already listening then.
I think I was.
I thought I bumped into you in the GameStop you used to work in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, yo, check out the podcast. You were like, oh, you're doing a podcast now? Okay, I'll check it out, gaming. And then you came to, no, it was definitely not Comic-Con because you came to Comic-Con to go to Comic-Con, but knew we were there.
And I was cosplaying.
And knew who we were. Yeah.
I was
you were
cosplaying
you were
at the
doing
time.
some Star Wars cosplay.
I was the Revan
So it was really cool.
from KOTOR.
But, fuck, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking
Your
about?
beards
Oh, basically like...
on it.
No, basically, like Mrs. Felix she met me with a big, huge ass, bigger than this beard,
Met you with a big, huge ass.
and knows me with a beard, and doesn't like. So it's the opposite of everyone's normal relationship.
she's gonna leave you,
Most
is what
people
you're
have
saying.
a girlfriend or wife who's like, "Don't grab that beard; it hurts my face."
Oh, my girlfriend loves my beard. She wants me to grow it
Good,
out.
good.
yeah.
But Mrs.
They're in
Felix
right
is
now.
like,
They're in.
"Don't ever
Beards are
take
very
your
in.
beard off because I think you're a weird looking dude."
Take
without
it off. Like,
Oh, and
I'm just
the
gonna,
other
like,
point I was going to
That's
make.
love people.
unbeard this.
No,
love.
the other point I was going to make is while I had a beard for like before Locke's wedding, I'm saying when I had a beard for like an extended period of like 7 years or something like that, my face aged under it. My face aged.
It changed. Like you were surprised at your face.
I grew out what I call a chin neck.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a jaw. I just have a chin and a neck. That's
Yeah.
it. A chin neck.
this tube of flesh
There's this tube of weird flesh that's just here
from
now.
head down to the chest.
Yeah, it's not a jowl. It's not a jowl. It's a chin neck.
Yeah. Nothing
jaw.
jowly, but just like this, just this thing.
Yeah, you have a little bit of a chin neck. I'm going to be honest
when I
with you.
did this, I do.
You know, you still kind of have a chin neck.
Well, I won't for long.
Just getting older.
Hey, I'm glad you put that beard on your face.
Yeah,
You got a lot of definition suddenly.
it does.
Don't have, to
right?
look at, don't have to look at your
Whoa,
neck.
I really fucking helped your
The
face
o-
out.
So to change the subject real quick, the only thing I wanted to say is I pre-ordered. You can pre-order Red Dead 2 now. And if you're a GTA Online fan and you're a Red Dead fan, if you pre-order digitally on Xbox or PS4, depending on the version you get, you can get GTA dollars. So I got 1 million GTA dollars instantly. Not even just because I pre-ordered, I got it instantly for my character's account.
You
on
gonna play some
Xbox.
GTA?
Yeah, I'm doing it Friday. I'm doing it Friday. So I'm going to be live with GTA Online Friday, and I got $1 million to spend now. So
That's gonna be a fun stream.
Spend the shit out of that.
Buy a yacht.
And I did say that I was going to rotate out Far Cry 5 because I completed the main game. That's completely done. I finished it. But the problem is the DLC just came out, so I'm going to rotate Far Cry 5 back in, then do Wolfenstein in place of it.
Cool.
Yeah, the new I heard McBobbert was in this guy McBobbert that comes in my stream all the time, and he was telling me that he played it in probably he said it took him like 2 or 3 hours because he took his time. So it's not really a big DLC, but
Yeah.
he said it's a completely generated brand new map.
Cool. It's like the Vietnam thing, right?
Well, it's called like Into the Darkness, which is a reference to Heart of Darkness,
yeah.
which was the inspiration or which Apocalypse Now was adapted from. So if you've ever seen the 1979 Francis Ford Coppola Apocalypse Now, basically the themes of the Into the Darkness DLC is going to be very similar to Apocalypse Now. Probably a bunch of crazy.
Sounds very promising.
Vietnam, a lot of acid.
I remember when Homefront was coming out, the original one.
Which Homefront?
The original Homefront by THQ, not the
Not
new
the
one.
re-release Homefront Revolution.
That's a sequel.
Yeah, I know.
So the old one,
I know.
because you said it was a re-release, doesn't matter. The old one where they were like, "This is the heart of darkness of video games." I think that's what they were.
Was it?
Because like one of the writers worked on those movies.
Oh, really?
Yes, someone from those movies. I don't remember who it was, but like that was like one of like the bullet points for selling selling it.
Well,
it was garbage, by the way. I just
The
wanted
promo
tell
trailer.
ya.
One of the reasons why I bought Far Cry 5's, I bought I normally don't buy seasons pass. The reason I bought it is because it was really a good trailer to market all the DLC. Like the game, I already wanted the game. I already wanted to play them on the Crazy Cult Montana bullshit. But like the trailer was like, you know, it was done in like a 1980s like monster truck guy's voice. He's like, come on in, check out the Far Cry 5 DLC, Vietnam. And then he's like,
You showed me that. We're getting ready for an episode one night.
Aliens, zombies. And you're just like,
It's
holy shit,
pretty
this
wacky
is
content,
really good.
they know how to get you.
Yeah. Well, and it you know, it doesn't help that I love Blood Dragon. I think Blood Dragon is one of the best DLCs I've ever played in my entire life. So like that just like pulled me right in, you know, because if it's the same development team that's doing the Blood Dragon DLC, then it's going to be dope as shit. Like it was amazing. So can't wait to play that. So I'll be playing that live on my stream when I get to Far Cry 5.
Nice.
Right now I'm on Assassin's Creed and then I'm going to play Ghost Recon. So
Hell yeah.
I have a rotation order. I do Assassin's Creed, Ghost Recon, Far Cry 5, and then God of War.
It's a lot to juggle.
There's a lot.
It's fine.
I couldn't do that.
I'm just taking my time with it. I'm good with it.
I don't like being taken out of the game that I'm playing, I guess. I like focusing in on.
Well, that's why it's a rotation. I rotate back.
No, I know that.
But I was doing, here's what I was doing. I was doing each game, you know, like rotating on a one, play the game one time each time, you know? So it would be all four of the games, then all four of the games. I decided.
Wait, in each stream session?
No. I'm saying like I'd play one day in a row for each one.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Now I'm going to do, I think because a lot of people enjoy watching a certain game, I'm doing each one 2 days in a row. So I'll do Assassin's Creed twice, then Ghost Recon twice, then Far Cry twice. And this also gives me the ability to get more of the game done. You know,
The problem that I personally would have with that is not saying that what you're doing is whatever, but my brain tunes itself to whatever controls the game has.
Well, it's really convenient that I happen to be playing all Ubisoft games.
That's very fair.
They're all similar.
So like me going from like God of War to like Ghost Recon would like really like if I were to just do every other day, just do that would kill me.
Oh, I guarantee
that would mess me up. I would never get better at any of the games.
No, I guarantee
Yeah,
you.
that's how I feel.
I'm going to have a rotation coming up real soon. That's going to be Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild and Mario, because
the other two.
No. Plus
four?
whatever other two I'm playing.
That's going to mess you up because the jump button on Zelda is like at the top, and Mario is all jumps. What's up?
It's that problem is a gigantic problem.
Isn't it though? Like because I played Zelda on Wii U and I played it on Switch. The control pads are flipped on that. So imagine going from that to a flipped joystick.
Another of the biggest reasons why I didn't play Horizon Zero Dawn as much as I probably would have wanted to.
So because Legend of Zelda,
As much as Zelda is an incredible
Right, they're
game, right? And
completely
I wanted
opposite.
to dive in.
Yeah.
It's the same style of gameplay. You're crouching, running, sprinting, shooting arrows, diving,
but
running
backwards.
and the buttons are all different and all wrong. And
I was doing
I'm
that.
like, I can't play these two games
At the same
that
time.
control the same way.
fucking
And they came out like a
monogamous.
week apart. So I was like, I'm sorry, Aloy, I got to go with
Gotta
Link.
pick one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I ended up finishing Zelda, then doing Horizon all the
Yeah.
way. I platinumed.
I need
that.
like a good 6 months between the two, just to not have any muscle
yeah,
memory.
That's
in
perfect. It
between.
was perfect.
Anyway,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
it. That's what I got going on.
That's a great update. I'm actually very excited to see you without a beard. I have before, but like, dude, I'm all about My dad's got a beard, and my dad has had a beard his entire life. I don't think my mom has even seen
His face
him without his beard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dad, just fucking shave it.
Just one day.
Wake
Just-
up and just shave your beard. That'd be so cool.
like, "Hi,
It'd be
honey."
so great.
No. Well, it's
great.
going to be a little
That's
bit
great.
because I'm not going to do it at my current goal for Mixer, which is 800. I'm going to do it at the real goal for Mixer, which is 1,000.
The real goal.
Right. So I'm going to do 2,000 for Twitch, and then I'll do, and then the concept behind it is do a stream where I shave on stream. So I may need your help with that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I don't.
we'll
know.
get it done.
We might have to use your portable.
Yeah, totally. That's what I'm
computer.
saying. Yeah, we'll IRL it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you could do that, or I could. Yeah, I guess.
We'll
Right.
do a multicam setup, baby. We'll do everything.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go all out,
Go
guys.
all the fuck out.
So if I hit 2,000 on Twitch, which is really close, 2,000 on Twitch
do
is
it live.
15 follows away.
Nice, dude. Very cool.
15 follows away.
That's
and
doable.
and then Mixer is
Doable.
just below 800. So it's going to be a while. for
Cool.
Mixer.
Very cool. Should we hit some news?
Let's do it.
Some
Let's
news
unpack
stuff?
some news.
What do you want to start with, Neil?
Let's start with some of the easy ones to get out of the way. How about that? We'll
Okay.
save the big
Sure.
hitters for
Sure.
closer to the
Some of
end.
the more
How's
unpacking, in-depth
that? All right.
conversations.
So this week it was hard confirmed that Fortnite is coming to Switch.
How is it hard confirmed?
So someone dug through this past
Big
week.
old dick, like just out.
just
with
really
with
Fortnite
Fortnite on it.
throbbing
Tattooed
hard.
on it.
Yeah, like a big old throbbing
Fortnite.
dick. It says Fortnite.
So what ended up happening was somebody on there was a little update to the eSwitch eShop,
The
sorry,
eShop.
the
Yeah.
eShop,
Nintendo Switch eShop.
and someone discovered, I don't know how in the back end, that a Fortnite update was pushed.
A hard update to the back end is what you're saying.
Hard
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 update
confirmed update to
in
the
the
back
back
end.
to the back end.
And it's real tight.
Yeah. Tight integration with the Switch.
Oh, Neo.
So yeah, I know. Is I gotta like record myself.
This is excellent. Yeah, like Tobias on the
Like
rest of the
Tobias and the
development,
rest of it. Yeah,
yeah. This is great content for episode 169, by the way.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice,
Nice.
nice.
All right, back to the news.
That was never comfortable. That's never comfortable for me.
I mean, I don't know if this is the content we want to get into, but I love it.
I like wordplay.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so
We have had that conversation before. I think on a
Yeah,
show.
you love it.
I love it.
I remember you were
It's
saying
fucking
it's
great,
one of
man.
my favorite things to do, and I said all the
great.
times that I've done it, it's been super awkward. It's always been like
This is absolutely
people are falling over.
an episode of
Yeah.
the podcast that we've had this.
We
talk on,
did
too.
this in a podcast.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Yes.
yeah. Anyway, so Fortnite is coming
Fortnite
to
on the Switch.
because someone's found a piece of code that showed that there was a small update for Fortnite pushed to the Switch itself.
And
So-
you're excited about that because you like Fortnite, kind of.
I
like
would-
Fortnite?
yeah.
It's okay. I wholly prefer PUBG over Fortnite.
It's just going to be free though.
It's free to play. Yeah, it might it might require the online pass that Nintendo is servicing us.
Oh,
because
good
it's an
point.
online
for the
game.
online service. Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, it's free to download.
Actually, do
That
you
was
need,
real cheap though. The pricing for that was
20
real
for a
cheap.
year. Yeah, it's not
20 for a year.
I'm not sure actually. Do you know if you need like PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live to play the free Fortnite?
I don't know.
It's never crossed my mind because I have the services and I never check. But now I'm curious if there's like a hidden cost to Fortnite if you just want to.
According to Metro UK, Fortnite, you do not need PS Plus to play Fortnite.
So all right, so it truly is a free console game to
You
play.
do require an Xbox Live Gold to play if you want to play an Xbox.
Interesting. So if you're looking for a truly free experience on console, PS4 is the way to go.
Crossplay is not.
Which was the case and
Yeah.
has kind of always been the case, right?
Well, I mean, they
Kind
more and more
some
features
games.
are being blocked
Well,
behind.
there's certain developers
PlayStation
that
Plus.
are keeping it. Like Destiny, you can't play without. But that's
No,
that's
all-
a dev decision, though,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. The raids, the multiplayer, all that stuff is PS Plus. Interestingly, though, when it ran on PS3, because Destiny 1 up until Rise of Iron ran on PS3.
Yeah, no, I remember.
All the PS3 content you didn't need PlayStation Plus for.
No, you didn't. Yeah, you could also play it offline, right, with no connection.
You could.
Yeah,
How would that work?
I mean, like it would be story missions. It would be cached,
who
like
did I meet?
downloaded data.
Do you
Yeah,
know,
but wait, Destiny?
Yeah.
But it requires contact with the server to grab your character.
There was some offline trick, and this was like years ago. I don't remember the details as to how this was possible.
Do you know Dobby Tafu?
Is this someone we played with?
We work with him.
No.
I'll tell you who he is later. But Dobby Tafu that we work with, he I think he was telling me that he never played it with other people. I think he played it entirely offline. Don't quote me on that. I'll ask him the next time I see him.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
But he played it, I think, entirely offline with like no other people.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, I just saw someone say someone in there said you need to have internet access to play it.
On Bungie's forums. But
no offline for you.
I'm curious myself, so we'll dive into that.
All right, so this is all but confirmed. I bet we see Fortnite on the Nintendo conference, their direct. I guarantee 100% it's going to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Korea ratings board rated it
Why
for Switch.
wouldn't they?
Yeah, it's because it's a marquee game and it's huge right now.
It's huge with the kiddies.
With everybody.
Because of that artwork and the free price that the parents love.
Dude, there's so many things about Fortnite that are just so good for marketing to every age demographic.
Yeah.
Including the fact that you don't kill a player, you eliminate a player. There's no like blood. It's like little lights just appear, and then all of a sudden you turn into a pile of guns.
Yeah,
It's
no different than doing paintball.
Yeah.
No different than doing paintball.
Very cartoony. It's good. Speaking of other things that are kind of cartoony, Blizzard confirms it's working on a new Diablo project.
Diablo is like that's one of the most loved loot grindy games of all time.
And I loved it.
For those in the chat that want to play, I play Path of Exiles and Diablo 3.
When have you played that?
Well, a while ago.
Is it in your rotation?
It's not in my rotation currently. That's not a rotation game.
Sorry, I'm just calling it
rotation.
I appreciate it.
No, rotation games are always single player. They're always going to be single player. When I say rotation, I'm talking about games that are single player experiences that I rotate.
I'm just messing with you.
And then I always have Felix and Friends games. And
Diablo is a Felix and Friends game.
Yeah, it's Diablo and Path of Exiles are
Wait a minute.
Felix and Friends games.
You said Ghost Recon was in your rotation, but you play that with friends.
That is also that Ghost Recon is both.
You're double dipping.
Now it's
I discovered
it's like
that
your
the
ship
game
is sinking in Sea of Thieves, and you got to start nailing boards to the hull.
Who's going to drive while you nail?
No,
Who can nail you?
You just got
proves
to bail
one
the
thing.
water out. You got to get down there. Dude.
No, do you know what that proves? It proves that Ghost Recon is a great single player and a great multiplayer experience. I'm just letting you know. Not every game can be that.
Sure, that's true.
Single
That's very
player
true.
and multiplayer.
So what do they say about confirming it? Like, did they just say, yeah, we're working on it, or like, get ready, everybody, because it's coming? Which one is it?
I'm sorry, what was that? I wasn't paying attention. They said they're working on a new unannounced Diablo project. I don't know if you remember this. Back in March, we had another news topic we discussed where I believe, yes, there was a report that suggested Diablo was coming to Switch.
I remember that.
The Twitter account tweeted some ominous. They tweeted a Diablo light switch in the wall. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think I saw
And I
that.
was like, they're putting Diablo on Switch. Why not? It's perfect.
I think it is. But is that what it is? It's a new Diablo game, or it's Diablo on Switch?
So right now it's a job listing for an unannounced Diablo project. Could literally mean anything. It could mean a Diablo card game.
Yeah,
it could mean a Diablo MOBA, which is done. No, probably not. Not that.
They
have a MOBA.
There's not a real good loot grinding game on the Switch, though.
No. Diablo doesn't have a MOBA, does it?
No, Heroes of the Storm is Blizzard's MOBA.
That is their MOBA.
That's their MOBA, which
That's
has
what you meant
it
by
has
they have a MOBA.
They have a Diablo characters in that. So, but no, there is no Diablo for Switch, and I think it is the perfect title for Switch.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to see anything at E3 with this. If they're hiring, I don't see.
I would love a game just to play mobily where I can invest a ton of time in to grind for things,
and then potentially be like, hey, buddy.
Didn't we already have this? No, we had this conversation, and that's what led to me buying Diablo 3, and then you never bought it.
I bought it on PC.
I own it on PC as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Not because of our
Was that
conversation.
recently?
No, dude, I bought
It was not when I
had
bought it.
friends that wanted to play Diablo 3, and I bought it on the PC when it came out, like the day it came out, when it was just still not terrible, but just not
Or maybe it was it
a
wasn't
right experience
It wasn't
before
you.
they've like updated it and fixed it.
It wasn't you. It was Locke. Locke was like, I'm going to get Diablo 3. There's like a free to play weekend or whatever.
Yeah. That was nice.
And then I went, oh, okay, I'll buy it. And I bought like everything. I bought like
God.
the $60 fucking thing.
It's very you.
I had a gift card. I had a gift card.
Sure.
But I bought the whole fucking thing and I had it and I was playing it for like a month and then I just went on to something else or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, oh no, then I went on to Path of Exiles because I wanted more of a skill tree.
Okay.
I had read up that the skill tree is more that the people who develop Path of Exiles, which is only available on PC and the Xbox, it's not available on the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
But I had heard that people who worked on Diablo 3 basically were like, you didn't do it well enough, so we're going to go do it over here at this other dev company. And
it was people from the company.
And they developed Path of Exiles to have a more elaborate... Because I started playing Diablo 3 and immediately realized that the skill tree was too simplistic. It didn't have enough for me. Not enough variance. So, and then I went and played Path and I realized, wow, this is an elaborate skill tree. I think this is way more interesting. And I played that for about a month.
Yeah,
too.
Diablo 3 was very much a streamlined, dumbed down, I want to say, version of Diablo. Diablo 2 had a more permanent character building solution. Did you play it?
I never played 2.
So you would
Path is more like Diablo 2. That's what I heard.
More or less, yeah. You would have little like 2 or 3 skill trees for your class, for your character, and then as you would build, there was no going back. So when you made a character, and you would make multiple characters because it was fun to start over and build a necromancer as a poison necromancer, and then you would just focus on that, or you would make him a summoning necromancer. That's always what I did. I would switch between either of those to make new characters. So in 3, sorry, I'm like kind of blanking.
Blah.
In 3,
Blah, baby.
they changed the system so you could just switch your skills in and out as you saw fit, and then you could build your character that way. And people thought that was not as good as Diablo 2 because it was less permanent. It didn't give them the option. People wanted to go back, start over, and build a new character.
Yeah.
So they added seasons, which kind of did that in Diablo 3. So you would start a fresh character, build it up from the start, get items that weren't in your main game, and then you, as the season ended, you would be porting that character back to your main game, and the item loot pool would grow because it would add more to the loot pool.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of cool. There's more. I'm really skipping a lot, but I'm
sure, simplistic. Yeah. But
I'm giving you the bullet points.
You're getting the gist.
Cool. So that's pretty cool news.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, like my portable solution, which I just started doing, is to play Shadowgun Legends on my iPhone, which is like a Destiny ripoff.
Sure.
Never even heard of that.
iOS is so good at that.
It's pretty cool, man. It plays really well, and like you drop loot.
Sounds Bobo.
It's the exact. It's like, you know how like China is really good at coming out with copies of games.
Yeah,
like,
Bobo.
Is that what is Bobo? What is Bobo? Is that the
Overwatch?
Didn't
You?
What?
You grew up around here, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's like a regional term around here for anything that's a knockoff.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Bobo. The first time I ever heard it was I got these new shoes. I don't even know what the brand was.
Yeah.
And they weren't Nikes, but they were almost like Nikes. And this kid in the neighborhood, this was when I was living near Philly.
Yeah.
Hadn't moved down south. But anyway, the kid walks up to me and he goes, "Oh, nice Bobos." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're wearing Bobos." And I felt really bad.
Did he shame you? He shamed your shoes?
But then I had this conversation with multiple people, like friends of mine and shit, who explained it to me. And then I moved to Maryland. And when I moved to Maryland, nobody knew what the term was. I had to reintroduce it to that whole ecosystem down there.
That's interesting.
Bobo.
Yeah, I never heard it.
It's a local term. You know who knows Bobo?
Who?
Kevin Oates. He's probably in the
does he?
chat right now knowing Bobo. Yeah, Bobo shoes, Bobo brand. Anything off.
Oh my God, that
from the main
screen
brand.
is gorgeous.
I know.
Kobe.
But yeah, you start in like what the tower equivalent is.
Oh my God, look at that. That's a Bobo destiny.
Yeah, it is. You've got your I play with the controller, the Nimbus.
Yeah.
We're looking at this iPhone game that's
Oh
like
my God,
Destiny.
it's got planets. Oh my God.
Oh, dude, everything.
This is fucking
It's a
hilarious.
sci-fi loot shooter. It's a loot shooter.
It's a looter shooter. Stuff will drop. You'll pick it up. You'll decrypt your packages back at Pedro. It's not Rahul. It's Pedro.
Do you remember
your packages?
Oh my God. Do you
No. And they have PvP. They have a really deep
What's it
PvP
called?
system.
What's it called?
Shadowgun Legends.
I love how they have advertisements for like NVIDIA Shield and like.
Yeah. It's silly.
That's funny.
You could have a statue of you though if you like get a lot of points or some shit. Like there's all this extra stuff.
God.
Sometimes they do some things that are like.
It looks like
I wonder what that would
Times
look like.
Square.
Yeah, that's their version of the tower.
It looks like
Weapons
that's
and
so
armor
weird.
salesmen.
Do you
all that
remember
kind of
going
stuff.
into
Sorry, chat. This is a very visual thing.
It's
we're
okay,
doing.
but do you remember going into like a Target or a Walmart and seeing the stereo brand Kobe?
Kobe.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kobe.
I'm sure I had some.
That's
some
Bobo
Kobe shit.
Sony.
Bobo Sony.
Yeah, it's Bobo Sony.
I'm gonna play a little mission right
I don't
here.
even know where that term came from,
Yeah.
dude.
For who? Yourself?
Like Bobo's a clown.
Oh, it goes
right?
to first person.
Oh yeah, it's
Is it Bobo the clown? Is Bobo a clown?
You just, oh my God, say Bobo again.
yeah. I don't know.
Say that word. Say that word one more time,
I mean, I've heard of
motherfucker.
Bobo the clown.
No, but
Bozo, the clown.
no,
Oh, it is
Bozo.
Bozo. It is
Bozo the
Bozo
clown.
the clown. Yeah.
I just can't listen to you talk about Bobos anymore. I'm sorry.
We're done.
I'm
We're
gonna
done.
stop saying it.
Done with the Bobo.
All right, so
No, we're not.
I'm gonna finish the
Bobo,
final
Bobo.
E3 pre-E3 news.
Got
Oh,
Right now.
yeah? There's more pre E3.
Listen,
news?
The
E3
pre-3.
is this
Pre-3.
weekend. It starts this weekend.
I know. And we've already had E3. Like everything got
I know.
spoiled. We don't need to watch it now.
I have a feeling there's still a lot more to be spoiled, but I was contacted before the show by
by a contact or
by a
something.
source,
Yeah, dude,
unnamed
like-
source.
Yo, everyone listening out there, Neo drops this on us, and I never I wanted to follow up. But we were in the
yeah.
middle of setting this up,
We were
and he's
setting
like,
everything up.
he's like, yeah, a source contacted me, and I'm like, what does he mean? Like, is
Who the fuck does he know?
like, is he just saying that like?
I can't say it on
Like-
on the stream.
He's
I
like
mean, that's
Jason
fine. That's-
Schreier
that's-
is
that's
his
how a
good
source
friend.
works.
He's not even
No, it's
telling us.
definitely not Jason
But,
Schreier.
like-
I wish I was friends with Jason Schreier.
But like, holy shit, dude! Like, what is? I
'Cause-
mean, I'll pick your brain about this later.
yeah,
but-
yeah, for sure. So
He got contacted by Dr. Disrespect.
yeah, right.
no, he wouldn't even have
Felix,
this
you seen this, by the
information.
way?
It looks great. It actually does look really good. I like your iPhone. It's very pretty. So listen, this is really big news, you guys, and I need your
I'm
eyes
fully
and
here,
ears.
baby.
All right.
Is this something did we have to sign an NDA in order to
No, I'm not gonna
Well,
reveal
clearly,
who
if
the
he's like
sources.
just
No,
spouting this
but
all on
revealing
the
the
podcast.
news might
We might
require
have
an NDA.
legitimate
All right. So
scoop right here.
as we know,
everybody.
Konami
This might be
sucks.
Scoop
Konami,
machine here.
yes. Got
Konami,
it.
yeah. So according to a few sources and their listing for what they're showing on the floor, it is possible they might be remastering the Metal Gear Solid collection.
Oh,
I've
And bringing
seen
it to-
something
to current
about this
consoles.
floating it around. Yeah,
Yeah, or just redoing the games.
I've heard
in a new Fox
3
engine.
being remastered as a rumor.
This is a rumor.
Yeah.
Yes, potentially 3. They
But I
made
guess
it,
if all of them come, then it's all.
they made it for the pachinko machines. They made all those cutscenes. Have you seen those?
I haven't
cutscenes?
actually watched the scenes out of there, but I should. They're probably
still don't
Oh my
even
God.
know.
probably all up-resed and they look gorgeous.
I still
probably.
don't even know what a pachinko machine is.
You drop marbles. It's like those marble
Bling,
gambling
bling,
games.
bling, bling, and all the little pegs bounce it in different directions and stuff like that.
Ah,
So I'm just bringing up a video of this so you can see.
Did you ever play Miitomo? This is the first thing that pops into my brain. That was like Nintendo's Me character focused game on the iPhone. That was like a social network.
well, I used to play this thing in like in one of those arcades that you would put a quarter in and it would go like that.
That's pachinko.
Same idea.
Yeah,
Got it.
it's like it's
And then the
randomized where it
The
falls
quarter,
or something.
remember the quarter like drops down on like this ledge that has this thing that's like pushing the quarters to the edge.
Yes, yeah.
Or
so it's
pushing
like
the
it's like
coins or
half and
whatever.
half. Yeah,
It's not a quarter. You
There's
put-
like a pachinko element up top, but you want to make the quarters fall and then you get the rewards.
Yeah, it's not
But
quarters. It's the tokens in the arcade.
They stack in like
Yeah.
such a way that it's like never gonna fall, or like
yeah,
it takes
never-
like 50 of them to get one to drop off or something.
Yeah,
They've like structured this with physics and science to cheat you out of your money.
Yeah.
I've been putting these in all day and it still hasn't
Yeah.
fallen.
I just want the goddamn teddy bear. This, I mean, I peeked over your shoulder. I saw Volgan in there from Metal Gear Solid 3. He looked pretty
Yeah.
incredible.
You should see the boss.
Wow, your
though.
computer got real mad. As
I
you're
know.
playing this video.
YouTube makes it scream.
Your computer, man. I'm gonna need a deeper noise gate for
Talking
this
about
shit.
screaming. Holy shit,
Holy shit, indeed.
dude! It
game
looks
is
like
that?
you know how good this looks. It looks like it's a fan fiction, like a fan film made.
Yeah,
version
or
of
like
this, you know?
when people go like, I'm going to remake Morrowind in Skyrim. This is
yeah,
like what
because
you get.
they look too good. They don't look like the characters.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a look. Oh my!
Whoa!
look at his
Look
hair!
at Ocelot.
Look at Ocelot's hair.
Look at little Ocelot. We're doing that again, podcast where
I
we're
know,
watching
we're-
a video you can't see.
Not great for audio.
Ideally, our live videos, we'll put this up on like an overlay or something, so you can watch what we're watching.
yeah, well, I
No,
mean,
you just
we'll
need
work
a
it out.
scene where you.
Oh, look
where
at the
you
pain
you
with all
show
those
this.
bees.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
Trip.
So
You just need a scene that you can switch to.
Oh,
that switches to this.
Yeah, well, I'm down on how to do it. It just
our-
means one day we'll.
Our
Yeah, well,
image down in the
we're
lower.
gonna
yeah.
get there. I guess eventually it'll just be the producer. So if we're gonna run everything through your machine, or we're working it out. We're working it out. regardless.
If it works, we should
sick,
do
though.
it.
So
So-
they clearly have done at least a bare minimum of work
Oh yeah.
with character models and updating some of these graphics.
Oh yeah. And it looks gorgeous. So
What I wonder though is like how much of this is built like a CGI movie, which
Which it is.
My hint is that it's all.
It is.
There's
All
no
CGI.
actual like playable
game around
like
it.
character model that they could just take from this.
Now I brought this up only because it sounds like Konami's not in the business of making like new games right now. But if they can take
Man,
their
they
IPs,
really did turn into a trash company.
yeah, if they can take their IPs and still milk money out of it, like Metal Gear Survive, then we could see a lot of remasters and remakes from them, and that's what it sounds like. We'll probably see at E3.
Would you guys play a Contra remake? That was good.
I mean, sure.
I played on Switch.
I didn't have the attachment to Contra. in my youth.
Neither did I.
Kevin Oates would.
No, I wasn't a Contra.
I don't mean like a
Kid.
Contra side-scrolling,
Like a
remake.
first person Contra.
No, I mean like a first-person Contra or
I think they
it
tried
depends.
that.
Like, dude, I haven't been a Call of Duty fan,
Yeah,
Battlefield
they
fan,
tried that.
a war shooter.
They did a
fan.
first
I'm not
or
really,
third
That's not
person
really my
Contra,
jam.
huh?
So I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
what about Contra would make me play it?
that's like the first-person Contra.
Well, this looks like a super
This looks
alpha baby, not even alpha.
from
This looks like
2001.
looks like someone threw some walls up in a
Real
playable
bad.
demo and just
Contra
stuck a controller
3D,
to it and
holy
played it.
shit.
yeah, I don't know. So that's my super secret insider information.
that you feel pretty confident we're getting Metal Gear.
I mean, it could be wrong.
Remastered in some way.
I could be getting fucked with.
So I should get on this Phantom Pain.
I think you should play it. I think you're gonna love it.
I'm not
think
going to play it.
You're
I
gonna
just remember
love it.
Faction rallies. I had to do the faction
Finish
rally.
your faction rallies, man. I'm with you,
Got to
man.
rally. Got to
I'm not gonna
rally.
Stop you.
Rally to the faction.
Speaking of faction rallies, unless we want to talk about, okay, I'll give you a choice. Do you want to talk about Destiny, or do you want to talk about what Valve is doing with their ecosystem?
Let's do Valve first.
Cool. This is a big topic, and I
It's
want to
actually pretty huge because they've been going back and forth with some of their
yeah
their what's the word, like
co-
policies on content.
curating of
Yeah.
the curating of their stuff, their store. So just give you a little backstory on this, Felix.
Is this related to Steam Greenlight?
No,
They closed Greenlight down last year,
Because it was trash.
and then they started a new program
Oh, okay.
that was hopefully supposed to alleviate the trash that was Greenlight. Pretty much a week or two ago, a bunch of anime dating sims that were deemed too mature for the general audience were removed from the store unexpectedly. There was no warning or anything.
Well, that's no fun.
For sure. And you know what? There's a crowd out there who loves them anime dating games.
Did they make La Blue Girl the game?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
La Blue Girl is the enemy has penis hands.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is out there, but
They call it
but you could probably find a close approximation.
he's like I shall empower you with my roots of lust.
Is that the line from the movie? Is that what
Yeah. I watched it when I was a kid. It was La Blue Girl. Check it out.
Yeah. I've never seen that.
She kills people with her
You can say vagina. It's okay.
I was gonna say hoo-ha.
That's stupid.
Hoo-ha.
It's a stupid. It's as stupid as the line from the
That's
movie
dumb.
you were talking about, the warrior.
Yes,
thing.
she shoots out like this weird ninja acid.
Huh.
This is like remember how I said I'm never into anime?
Yeah.
I'm not like an
Well,
anime guy.
You are because there's like tits involved, so that got your interest.
No, but like this is partially responsible for why I
Neo's
can't-
just like in the middle, like I
no
just
offense,
I need
Neo.
to wait until this
is
done.
why I can't take the genre serious because of this
Anime?
ridiculous movie. Yeah, because my first experience with anime was this ridiculous movie.
That's unfortunate.
You can't let that speak for every
No,
single
I don't.
bit of content
but
out there.
It's just like one of these
It's
things
like
where I
watching,
never forget it.
I don't know, watching like Night of the Living Dead 5 and being like, I'm never gonna watch a movie again. This is a movie.
this is stupid.
Films are like this.
And my buddy said it was the most amazing anime he'd ever seen. You should check it out. And maybe he was trolling me because he was that type of person. But like, I checked it out and I thought it was cool.
Sure.
But it was weird.
I'll give you a short list of impactful movies.
No,
I got some good ones too for you. Anything in the Miyazaki realm, perfect.
I did not like Batman Ninja. I did not like it at all.
That is not a great example of good anime. I did not like Batman Ninja either.
I thought it was real bad. So
Oh, my neck.
So Valve took this content off the store.
They took it off the
out
store.
of nowhere.
And they got a lot of backlash for that.
Of course they did. I mean, there's like a pretty huge subset of dating sims on these games, or even like hentai puzzles that you have to like solve.
And then it's like, oh, naked anime
Right.
girl, sure. So today, Valve came out and said, here's what we're going to do. We're not going to content police you. You can just put whatever you want up, and anything short of short of straight up trolling, or as long as it's not illegal, like you're not stealing assets.
Also, in like the last week or so, there was the game that put up. There was a school shooting game where you played as the shooter.
That's a part of it.
Are we talking about Hatred?
Yeah.
No, not Hatred.
Of school shooting.
Yeah. I
Hatred
forgot
was
Hatred was
a few
thing.
years ago.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. Wow.
But no, I forgot what that game was called.
This was a game where you played as an active shooter in a school and you shot children and teachers.
Apparently, it was
running
like
from you as the shooter.
It was set up like Counter-Strike, where you played as the school shooter or you played as one of the.
Yeah, it was an
students.
asset grab. Like they took like materials from other games and just built something super quick and put it out.
You said
there.
it was pulled?
Yeah.
Yep, it was pulled.
But
not without like
something like
everyone
that
being
is
like,
not gonna
"Holy
be
shit,
pulled?
this game is on here."
It sounds like they're going to be like, look, we're just going to put it up, and you'll be able to filter things you don't want to see out of Steam's recommendations.
Oh.
So if you don't want to see anime games and you don't care about those, you can put into your filter, I don't want to see anime games. Boom, they're gone from any view. So they feel like they can just be like, look, we just want the creators to use our storefront as a storefront. Of course, they'll just sit back counting their dollar bills, but like,
Yeah.
that's and in our Discord earlier, before we went live, that article was posted. Someone in our Discord said, someone said bad call because games like Active Shooter, which is this game that you were talking about.
It was called Active Shooter?
Yes.
It's called Active Shooter. It's not great. It's very poor taste.
I guarantee,
very poor taste.
I guarantee you, like Hatred, I guarantee you Active Shooter was made by somebody in Europe. Because it's the lens on which Europe sees us because of our own fucked up media. The fact that our media is constantly reporting on these, sorry, I'm getting a little political here, but the fact that our media constantly reports on these fucking shooting, you talk to people in Europe, and I read an article about Hatred, the developers see the United States through that lens.
Sure, of course they do.
It's so bad.
It does happen here, like
A
not
lot,
even.
but
the saying the term "way more," that is like so far from the truth. There's like all of the school shootings in the U.S. and like
I think it technically is way more
else.
than the current active shooters that happen in around the world. And also you have to take into account like how it happens. Like in Japan, like guns are next to impossible. And the way that people are killed publicly on a regular basis is with knives. People go on knife killing sprees on a regular basis in China and Japan. It's just a thing over there, right? But it's not reported on as much because, of course, with knives, not as many people die, right? And then of course, Europe is reported on, but in most cases it ends up being a terrorist threat that causes somebody to drive a truck through a whole audience of people. But it is happening more, but it has always been happening in our country. Like it's been happening since Charles Whitman in the 50s, or that might have been the 60s, 50s.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it was
fucked
the
up.
50s. So it's been happening. It's just being reported on way more than it ever was.
24 hours news cycles help with that too.
Right. 24-hour news
But
cycles.
that's not a bad thing
No,
because
I
we need
don't-
to know that this is happening.
You're right. Yeah.
But giving something like that
right.
too much attention kind of feeds it in a way.
But it's making
This is we're going like way
Yeah,
in
we're
the deep
getting a little
end
political here,
of
but-
our country's current state,
Yeah.
which is
not a game show.
not video games.
But it has context because we were talking about Hatred, this active shooter game, and but I was reading in the article, the specific thing I want to go back, the article about Hatred. The Polish developer said, "This is the lens that we see your country through. Like this is how we see you. So there's nothing wrong with us making a game about with a perspective.
Sure.
And they're right. There is nothing wrong with them making a game with a perspective. It's just sad that is the perspective.
Yeah.
so I guess the current consideration with Steam is now that they'll just let anyone on. The worry is that now you're going to see like active like neo-Nazi style games and this rise of like this kind of free speech enabled.
I don't think
stuff.
this is the answer. Them saying, "All right, fuck it, we wash our hands. You guys put whatever you want on
do
here."
it, yeah.
I don't think that's the right answer. I
don't either.
I think they're doing this because they're reacting to how people are reacting to how they decided to start handling content. And they're like, well, then I guess if you guys don't think we're doing a good job, you can do it yourselves by putting up whatever you want to put up.
Yeah,
I think they
kind
just
of a shame.
they need better filtering. They need better like content curation, like by people, better vetting processes before a game goes through and gets posted, and just more consistent and clear communication about what's okay and what's not okay. Valve, for some
they
reason,
need guidelines.
Valve doesn't fucking talk about anything, whether that's the games they make, the reasons for what they do, and like because of what they do, them being a store, right, with guidelines for what's posted and for purchasing products, they need to be explicit about a lot of these content rules, and they're not. And then they just take action, and then it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then they won't talk to us for years, and then all of a sudden it's
Right.
like, oh, okay, I guess we'll say something.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Half-Life 3, everybody. But the store is all fucked up. It doesn't matter, right? Half-Life 3, look at what we're doing.
Yeah,
Half-Life 3 is not coming out.
Never
everybody.
happening.
never happening.
Never.
So yeah, that's a huge thing.
Never.
So
That has happened.
on that fucking
No, let's talk about Destiny 2. Yeah,
D2, we built is the rock upon which we built our show.
it is kind of true.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
very very true.
Very first episode of Emergent Gamer Podcast was a Destiny talk between
was.
me and Locke.
Yep.
Second episode was a Destiny talk between me and Locke and Trip Zero.
Well, you guys had a test show, wasn't it? A test show, and then the first episode I was the guest on.
Oh, were you the guest on the
I
first
was the
episode?
guest on the first episode.
I don't
yeah.
remember you
That's
being a
hilarious.
guest.
Yeah.
I thought we did a show.
No, I wasn't like part of the crew officially
Yeah.
for a little while.
We were like, we don't trust this guy.
Yeah, right. I had to prove myself.
Like till episode 2.
Yeah.
And then we are like, now Trip Zero is a host. He's a part of the show.
But yeah.
So this week there was a huge stream that Bungie put on announcing year 2 of Destiny,
So
Forsaken.
yeah, we're getting near E3 time, obviously, and companies are rolling out announcements or expectations of their presence about these games.
Well, they're doing a keynote, right?
They will have an E3 presence,
E3
with
presence,
some content from this,
But
expansion.
not an exhibition?
No.
Or, no exhibition.
No. They're gonna have playable content there.
Oh, really?
They will. Yeah, I'll get to that in
Wow.
a second. Destiny's had a tumultuous existence, right? It was
I'd say
built
so.
on the concept of a persistent world shooter. And as people played this game, and I think I said this to you on Twitter, I think it evolved into more of like an MMO experience because it was so close to being just an online game light that people were like, well, this is how I'd like to play this game. You know, I want to like collect things. I want to grind for things. I want my level progression to matter. And Destiny has existed on this kind of feedback loop ever since 2014 when it's come out.
Yeah.
Some steps they've taken are incredible. Some steps they've taken are not so good and have been met with different kinds of feedback. In Destiny's second year ever, so we're talking September 2015, they released The Taken King, which changed a lot of systems and was very well received for Destiny.
I thought it was great.
Oh, I mean, no one saw it coming.
I had already checked out at that point.
I know you did. You were kind of burned out by just the
Expansion Pass 1 killed me.
Dude, the Dark Below was up so much nothing. It was sad.
And you had bought the season pass for that?
Yeah.
You got burned.
Yeah, real.
I'm sorry.
And again, as we were talking about on Twitter,
I mean, he had the crew to raid.
I felt burned by year 1 Destiny 2 as well.
Yeah.
In some ways.
Well, so getting around to that, right? They did the Taken King, and everyone thing was great for Destiny. Then Destiny 2 came out, and they decided to try a lot of new things. I was gonna say some new things. They tried a lot of new things out. They changed the way weapons work entirely. They changed how your power and progression works entirely. They changed how rewards work entirely. They changed how you get cool shit, like shells for your ghost to change the look, or sparrows to ride around in, like the floating motorcycle things you drive. All those got put behind loot boxes, essentially. You could earn them in game by leveling up, but you could also pay for them, and that's really where all the cool shit came from. Your emotes, all of that stuff was put behind there. So there was a lot of backlash for Destiny 2 when it came out and throughout the year. And the expansion that they were on track for, Curse of Osiris, was also kind of like the Dark Below in a way where there wasn't a lot of content except for the raid.
It was not very good.
Right. There was
Except for the raid.
there was nothing of
I
substance.
had fun in that.
Which I never did.
Yeah.
The raid layer. Yeah.
I never did the Wrath of the Machine or that one.
Wrath was good. But
Yeah,
that was Rise of
I did
Iron,
like
Destiny
the first
1.
section,
Yeah.
but that was about it.
So that at that point, Bungie became more communicative than they ever have in their existence, at least about
More
Destiny.
than like any company I've usually seen who
about video
develop
games. Yeah. They started publishing roadmaps.
Actually,
they
that's not
started
true.
having
Warframe's pretty great.
Warframe actually does
They
a lot.
hold weekly Twitch streams for the community.
I saw them post something about
great.
like today, literally today, they were like, let us know your specific problems with your console overlays because we're trying to make it better to use.
Oh, they're fantastic.
I was like, wow, that's kind of cool.
Dude, they go in there. They go, okay, this week we're changing
Warframe's
X, Y,
free,
and
too,
Z.
which is nuts.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
There's a great No Clip.
I'm so tempted
made
to
a
try it out every
great
time I watch someone
documentary.
stream it.
Dude,
Yeah.
they made a great documentary just detailing how that game almost. I'm sorry, I don't know we're jumping off
it's good,
Destiny,
it's good.
but they almost failed.
They're related.
They almost failed.
They did. I remember there was a period where they had to kind of rework a lot of that shit.
A lot of it, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like taking a huge risk by releasing a free to play sci-fi game. That was like not heard of.
Yeah.
Like no company would pick it up.
I would not go so far as to say that Warframe is a Bobo Destiny.
It's
I
not.
wouldn't.
It's definitely not.
They grew up
It's its
together
own
but
thing.
separately.
Oh yeah, they're totally like cousins from another family.
They're
Mother.
they're just
Smooth it right
they're
out.
just
Yeah.
they're competitors.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, yeah, they exist for the same loot space.
But back to Destiny.
Back to Destiny. So they started siphoning feedback very heavily from the community, right? They started publishing literal milestone paths. Like, this is what's going to be happening. In March, you're going to get these features. In February, you're going to get these features. You're going to get this content update, and then these things are going to roll around. And that stuff gets refined and developed. Sometimes things are shifted to the next milestone or like added, depending on how development goes. All that stuff is added and communicated about, and it's been great. Now, remember, they haven't been this talkative. So before Taken King came out, we got no real news about what it would look like until the August before. They did like a little kind of like 1 hour preview stream where they played some content. I think they did like Court of Works, if you guys did that content in there, like the public event stuff. They played a video and then went into a little bit of a Q&A session on June 5th that showed not only what a kind of a small taste of what the September is going to look like for Destiny, but detailing a lot of its new features and gameplay modes. And it was met with such incredible positivity and reception. I was just amazed, right? Not only have they given us all the things that the community asked for in terms of like putting your weapons back where you'd want them to go, or giving us new raids and new versions and new ways to play, new destinations. They did all of that, and they could have stopped, and we would have been happy. We would have been like, this is the Destiny we want to play. But they went above and beyond in so many different ways. They're adding new modes that combine Crucible and the player environment. So you're playing versus game enemies and also real players.
It's called Gambit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's fun.
You're competing against another team of players in a
there's
PvE section.
But yeah, there's also a variable of like monsters and shit fighting.
So you're fighting two separate groups of monsters, and you have to kill them and deposit the things you get from them into these collectibles.
Yeah.
Whoever does that first can like block the other team from depositing. You can also send people over to fuck with that other team directly.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
So that's an entirely new system. That is what's going to be playable at E3.
Motherfucker.
He
Elbowing
feels like he's
my mic.
hitting his mic. They're bringing Gambit to E3, and they're also bringing Gambit to Guardian Con, if anyone's going out to Guardian Con, which is pretty cool. Out to Tampa.
You mean south?
South to Guardian Con. That's cool because that's a con that has just been made by Destiny content creators from scratch. So it's a cool kind of thing seeing the community go full circle.
Come on out to Guardian Con. Come on out and come to the
down.
hoedown.
Come on down to Tampa.
Come on down to the Panhandle.
It's going to take place in the Reef,
not in the
which
Panhandle.
was a destination we saw in Destiny 1. There's also a new area called the Dreaming City, which looks like something straight out of like Lord of the Rings. They've described it as like the Vault of Glass and the Dreadnought having a baby in terms of an environment. And the new raid will take place on this destination, on some area of it. And they've said that people completing the raid will change the area in different ways. Like
Weird.
these are mechanics that have never existed in Destiny. This kind of persistent end game that's changing and shifting and catering to you.
It's pretty dope.
The weapon system, one of the big criticisms in Destiny 2 was that you lost the ability to use guns we came to think of as secondary weapons, like shotguns and snipers.
You all right, dude?
They all got moved down to your heavy slot.
was going to sneeze. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
they finally moved that.
They didn't just move snipers back to secondary.
What did they do?
They said you can put any gun anywhere. You can run 3 shotguns.
They unlocked the slots.
Oh,
You could do whatever the fuck you want.
oh, that's fucking.
Now
dope.
it's probably going to be like ammo gated, right? Like you can probably run 3 rockets, but you're going to be able to shoot 3 times and then be out of ammo or some shit. We don't know the details about that,
Right.
but like they said, you can put anything anywhere.
Wow.
There's going to be, I don't think there's new enemies, but there's definitely very, very new kinds of enemies. You're fighting like the Fallen, but they have way more new mechanics. The Fallen enemies are grouped in bosses, like 8 they call barons that you fight through in terms of the story, and the bosses will engage you in different ways. You're not just getting your team burning down a boss, bullet sponge you would call it, Felix.
Yeah, bullet sponge.
They showed off one boss that was like a sniper battle where you have to go head to head, like immediately. Him and you just like sniper fighting it off.
I like the idea of making something more mechanic heavy rather than more bullet sponge heavy.
Right.
That makes it way more fun rather than hiding and putting bullets.
I don't mind the bullet sponge because it's a very RPG kind of thing to do, but
Sure.
I really like mechanic.
Good
style
mechanics
fights.
feel great.
Yeah.
And they feel good when you beat them too.
Yep.
It feels real nice.
There's going to be in-game lore, more extensive than there is in Destiny 2 currently.
We like lore.
I love lore. You guys, I love lore. You guys don't
I
love
love
lore.
lore.
Do you love lore?
You know, it always makes me think of I love Lamp.
Yeah, I love Lamp. New Crucible modes,
love
which
Lamp.
they're testing now with Crucible Labs that are live in the game. I don't know if you know this, Felix. That's
No.
live right now.
What is
you
that?
can go into a section of Crucible, almost like a test server on Overwatch, and play modes that don't exist in the main game to try things out.
That's neat.
Yeah. And that exists currently in the game. But we will have new modes in the fall.
Yeah, I just saw a tweet from She Snaps, and she said a couple weeks or months ago when we went in and did that like special thing where they saw all this content ahead of time.
Yep.
She was like, "We told you it was going to be amazing. Isn't it amazing?"
What they actually got their hands on was Gambit.
Oh, is
And
that what
if
they
you,
played?
If you followed content creators talking about it before this video dropped, they called it redacted. That's how they referred to it. They go, well, don't you think that's going to be an issue? It's fixed. Yeah, I think that'll be fixed in redacted. And they're like, yeah, that's all right. That
So
that
you mean
works.
like Gathalion and
Yeah, those cats that went out there.
right?
There's new weapons. There's a bow and arrow. I think you can run like
Compound
probably
bow
double
right here.
swords, stuff like that. There's new supers. I think 7 new super abilities have been confirmed from the video.
So that means every class will have each of the 3 types.
So it's not a
Element types, yep.
That compound bow is not a special bow. It's just a new weapon that's
Yeah.
a bow.
Correct.
They said there's short range bows, mid range, long range. You're not just gonna have the one thing.
That might
to
bring
use.
me the fuck back.
like
Yeah.
like in Assassin's Creed Origins with the
they
different
showed
types of bows.
Oh, yeah.
they showed a bow in the Crucible, and it just this headshot took a guy just straight out. It looked
and they
pretty
probably
sick.
have the equivalent of the warrior bow, which is like in Assassin's Creed, it's the shotgun
Mm-hmm.
bow.
So have you watched this video, Felix?
No, I didn't.
We're gonna watch it after the stream because you need to.
It's like a
to
9-minute
see all
thing,
the-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a little mini documentary. They talk about this. So short summary of this: they went above and beyond. I feel really confident about their investment in the game, and I'm really excited to see what they come out with.
I'll be honest with you. As you know, I'm usually generally pretty hard on Destiny.
You're very skeptical about this, as you should be,
I am.
as your playing experience.
I felt burned not once but twice in various ways.
Sure.
In various ways.
And you're not the only one. There's been a lot of people in the communities that have felt the same way.
Everything that's I watched the stream as well, and everything I've seen in that stream looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It looks really cool stuff. Enough for me to turn the game on and see what's up with the game right now.
Yep.
But even turning it on last night and trying to like get back into it, I'm like, oh man, but now I got like this checklist of stuff to do. It's like,
Well, Snacks the Cat already has less of an interest because he feels like too much will change. He doesn't want to invest time into it over
to
the
like
summer.
adapt to it.
I'm gonna keep playing it. I feel like
know.
I feel like they're not gonna abandon things entirely. There's gonna be like a reason to have what you've collected and what you've done so far. So I'm gonna keep playing it consistently.
Oh, he's thinking it's going to be like they did that one time where you collected all these guns and then basically they said, okay, now
Yeah.
there's all a bunch of new guns.
He's got
And
no
there is-
desire to grind specifically for things like Masterworks for your exotics because there are changes coming to those systems, to Masterworks.
So why
to
bother
weapon
right now?
upgrades. Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I feel like they will still
Oh
have
no,
that
okay.
item,
So
though,
he's not
you know?
he's not out on the grind. He's just out on wasting his time now to grind.
Right, exactly. Like he's still down to raid, and we'll probably get into something over the weekend possibly, but like he's not getting through Faction Rally for the purpose of picking up any specific thing.
I mean, yeah.
Another thing they mentioned was the way they're essentially releasing content throughout the year will be done in a season pass instead of 2 separate expansions that can be purchased together or separately. So both of the ones this year and both of the ones in year 1 were $20 each, or you buy them both for $35. The season pass, Felix, is $30, and that gets you content throughout the year.
Right.
For Destiny 2 Forsaken.
Yeah, I didn't buy it once.
But you'll get everything throughout the full year and the full summer for just $30. So I think that's a good deal. People are already like kind of jumping on that as a point of negativity, but
wait, why? It's cheaper.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know why.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's probably because you have to buy $40 to get Forsaken.
Oh, you got to pay for the season pass.
You got to pay for Forsaken, and then you get the season
total?
pass. Yeah. Now we don't know the tiers of pricing. We don't know how they're going to split out. Like
that's where I went. Hold the phone.
Wait, hold the phone. Like, the season pass doesn't include Forsaken?
No, it's content after Forsaken. Now here's the thing. Before we all devolve into the same internet conversation.
Yeah.
The main changes to the games, the economies, the weapon systems.
Yep.
All of that shit is coming to the game as it exists. So if you are a player of Destiny, if you own Destiny 2,
like they did with Taken King,
in any form, you have those changes.
Yeah, like Taken King.
You're just content locked behind the new.
You might not be able
areas.
to raid. Yeah. But they've been dripping content for free as well. Like players now that if you just have vanilla, you have like Warmind maps in Crucible. You have stuff like that.
But you wouldn't get the compound bows.
You probably wouldn't. No.
You would have to buy Forsaken. It's just like Taken King, because with Taken King, they had like a free patch for everybody that changed all the mechanics and the systems and all the cool stuff that makes the game
Here's
better.
why I'm okay with this, because the Taken King was 40, right? And the Taken King was great, but they added nothing throughout that year. That was a full year of just the Taken King. They added some events. They did like the seasonal stuff. They did some tweaking to like the Court of Oryx and other things you could get throughout the year. But there was no
I love the Court of Oryx.
Court of Oryx was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Escalation Protocol is very similar right now in Warmind.
Oh, is it?
Very similar. User initiated. You guys just have a big, huge enemy fuck fest. That's pretty wild. So nothing major. No new content for that first year. Okay. And then Rise of Iron came out for another 40.
Yeah.
And then no new content until Destiny 2. So 40 and 40 is 80. Right?
Don't tell me how much I spent on that. I don't want to talk about it.
You know what's really embarrassing? I went to Bungie's store.com and looked at everything that I bought like around the game. It's bad. It's bad.
I think I've paid a total.
It's real bad.
For me, it might be close to $400.
Well, I bought the game to play with my brother.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I bought it
think
on
I'm in the 800s.
I bought it on 2 consoles.
Holy shit.
And then I bought Destiny 2 on 2 consoles.
And the cosmetic shit that
it's close to $400.
paid money
That's
for.
why these season passes exist.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Like they know how they're going to make money, right? But if you take a step back and look at it in the framework of how the game is being delivered, it makes sense. And I think the value is good. Think about paying a monthly fee for an MMO.
But here's my
this
counter
is way
argument.
cheaper than an MMO.
Well, how I started this was
yeah.
was done for a reason, because Destiny didn't begin wanting to be an MMO, but I think the community took it there, and the game took itself there, and now we're getting to that point. And if you want to play the game like a hobby, which is a word they used repeatedly in this live stream, they said we're bringing back the hobby to Destiny. You've got to pay for hobbies. You know, you pay monthly for MMOs that are big expansion packed MMOs.
Well, I guess skiing is fucking out.
Yeah, skiing's expensive.
Yeah. I'm not doing that if I'm doing Destiny.
Right, exactly.
Can only pay for one fucking hobby.
All right, listen.
Can't pay for more than one.
I have a counter argument for you there.
Counter.
So it's not an MMO.
It's not an MMO.
It's not an MMO.
Maybe it will be in the fall.
Here's the thing. I would rather treat it like an MMO and pay monthly for it if I wanted to play
I would
like this.
easily pay monthly for Destiny.
For sure. But because it's not, and I'm paying $60 for the base game, then another, $25 for the first expansion pass in my first year, and then they're going to charge another $70 for their next wave of content, it better be the size of another Destiny 2.
That's, from what we saw, I think that's what it is. It's like Destiny 2.
It sounds like it's
Taken
one
King.
new area.
2 new areas at the very least.
At the very least, okay. Already not great. size wise. I'm just saying. I know you're looking at me like
It's-
but they rely on the replayability of their areas in
Sure.
order for this to work.
Sure.
So
You know the way that like power is shown on there,
Yeah.
and the way progression is going to work. The areas that exist now are going to have to be reworked and repurposed in some way. So you're going to be doing a lot of traveling among everything.
I have yet to play the second expansion pass that's currently out, but from what I read online, it's all repurposed stuff, all repurposed strikes, minus one.
You were saying that in your stream the other night.
That's only for
that's PlayStation exclusive.
If you play Strikes, they use the last two like story missions
as
Strikes.
Yeah.
Got you.
I think the way that the missions play like Strikes, honestly. So I think
They do.
I think they built the Strikes and then we're like, you know what? Like this is the end of the story.
This is how Strikes
so
go,
we'll
yeah.
like tone it down. You can play it through as a single player for the story.
Neo, I don't really have much stake in this because I'm not really playing the game, but like I have confidence that this is going to be bigger than the original content. And the reason being is because Taken King was way bigger than the original Destiny content.
Can you? Is that true?
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was way bigger.
I didn't play it.
What came out in vanilla Destiny, it felt like a different game when the Taken King dropped.
That sounds crazy to me.
I sat down. I was playing on a love sack in my living room, right in front of my
Sack,
TV,
baby.
and I had off. I think the day and the next day, just kind of by accident. I didn't take off like for Destiny.
Yeah.
I did for Dark Below, which was fun. Because I was all
Took
about
off for
it.
that shit,
I
huh?
did, yeah. And then I was done the mission by like 10 in the morning, like the story.
Yeah, you were like, how long
I
did
was
it
just-
take for us to do the Taken King story? That was like an all-day thing, man. I think.
Yeah. Well, there were like waves of
No,
it
that was
too.
we did a 12-hour stream.
There were waves, and remember there were secrets and things didn't pop up until later in the week.
We did
like,
a 12-hour stream, right?
I don't know what we did.
Me, you, and Locke did a 12-hour stream.
I forgot about that.
No, it wasn't you. It was me, Locke.
I came to sit in on it, but you guys,
it was
you and
me-
Locke were
me-
playing.
No, me,
Yeah.
Locke, and Jeezum
Yeah.
Crow.
I was off the next day.
And
I worked
remember
that
you
day
guys were
because
like-
I came over at lunch.
You
and
guys
I
were
watched
all
you play.
typing in the chat. I think Felix is going to die. Felix might die. I was like, thanks,
scary.
guys. I looked really bad.
It was.
I didn't understand how to do a long stream, and I to this day don't ever want to do one again.
I'm planning on another 24-hour. I didn't
Destiny
Destiny 2
understand
24-hour. I'm gonna do
breaks.
one for this.
I didn't take breaks. I took maybe like one break.
I spent a week preparing. Like
Yeah.
I was as healthy as I could be. I took breaks. I did like I would take a 3-minute break and do some like yoga
Crunches
flows.
or
I would eat
yoga.
fruit, like water, nothing shitty. I ate no gamer snacks, no Mountain Dew and chips and shit. It was all good food. I like cooked food to have ready to go, just like as good as I could be.
That's how you fucking
because
do it.
it's stressful on your body just to be awake for 24 hours, let alone like engaging mentally, sitting for long periods of time. Like your body is you weren't designed for this. Whatever
Right.
nature did to design you wasn't to sit and look at a screen for a full day being awake and aware.
No.
So you have to be like extra cautious and take really good care of yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna do it again.
I can't wait. I'll be popping in.
Yeah.
I shan't.
But this
I shan't be doing
this has a feeling of so much excitement based on what they've shown us. And they've shown us a lot, and they said they will show us more too as we go.
So I told you I want to get it on PC. I'm scared because in order for me to play this, I need the core game and I need the first expansion pass.
We
top of
don't
that.
we
How
don't
do
know
you
what
know
we
they're-
don't know this.
But when the Taken King came out, they sold a fucking version of Taken King. This pissed off many of the seasoned
that had-
players.
that had everything
They
built
sold
in,
a
yeah.
version of the Taken King that was just $60 that included fucking everything.
So according to this rundown on the Destiny the Game website, Destiny 2 the game and expansions 1 and 2 are required, sold separately.
That's how it was still for Taken King, but
Yeah.
they bundled everything.
But then
together.
right after that, they were selling a Taken King version that was $60 that included everything.
If they do that, then I
Probably
guess
not
I guess
the
I'm
day it
willing to jump
launches.
in,
Do they have
but
like a collector's edition for this?
I'm sure they do.
Not listed yet.
Not listed yet. I'm sure they will.
I'm
sure they will.
I'm gonna get it. I regret every collector's edition I didn't get. The first one had like a talking ghost in it, like a real sized
I have it.
ghost.
I bought the collector's edition of Destiny 1 before it came out.
Oh my god!
It's currently on my shelf.
The Taken King one had strange coins and Cage's journal.
I have Peter Dinklage's voice on that.
Oh my god!
It's
I
legit.
kind of miss the Dink
It's
as the voice.
legit.
That's what we used to call him, the
The
dink.
The dink, yeah.
You're like, hey, the dink.
I missed the dink. Dinklebot is what you call. You didn't say
Dinklebot.
ghost. You said Dinklebot.
And now there's
I only
the
called
Alexa
him, I
enabled
always
one
called him the dink.
is $20
Yeah.
right now.
I don't trust Alexa though.
I use Alexa.
How do you think I'm getting this? So I ordered the special edition of Red Dead 2 digitally.
Okay.
And I get the $1 million GTA bucks.
Uh-huh.
But then I'm supposed to get some kind of real map. How do I get that? How do I get that part of it?
I have no answer for you.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess maybe it's the address on my Xbox account or something.
I don't know.
Maybe. I hope
Anyway.
that's the address where I live.
Hopefully. I have no
Could be
idea.
my old apartment. They're going to get this weird treasure map. And
Yeah.
they're gonna be
Yeah.
like, what the hell's this, Martha?
Destiny 2 is $25.
I have it.
Where's
I have it,
this?
and I really enjoy playing it on PC, Neo. And once I finish Faction Rally,
Honestly, playing it on PS4, I'm like, I can't do this.
It's-
It does not look and feel as good as I know it looks
it
and
looks
feels.
so fucking good on a computer.
Destiny, dead sexy.
And I know Locke's
Dead
playing it.
60.
Destiny, dead sexy.
The problem is the money sink into this is just way too much for me to even handle, especially when there are other games like in September, Spider-Man comes out.
I know that's your jam.
Yes, it does.
I know it's your jam.
You could just watch it on my stream.
Go fuck yourself. And I mean
We could figure out like some kind of
So much.
some kind of like pool situation, right? Like one person gets the game, we just trade it amongst
Yeah,
ourselves.
I'm buying
no,
it.
because he
Look.
rotates his damn games. I'm never going to see it.
Look,
Never going to see it.
you
Not for me.
you're a content creator.
Sure.
You
Okay.
need to be able to play and engage in this content.
It's true.
And maybe on a certain day you can write this shit off.
Like, I really wanted to play Detroit Become Human.
I'm glad I waited on that though.
I know what Snack
I'm
said
not,
about it.
I'm not buying any of that bullshit.
Hang on. I know what Snack said
I'm still
about
going
it.
to play it.
Oh, not even snacks. It's what I've seen. I watched streams of it, and I can't take the hacky writing
I'm doing heavy.
and the real like just smack you right across the face with the themes of what they're trying to get at. with
Yeah,
this.
and they don't stop. They don't let
It's
up.
just the most unsubtle writing I've ever.
we
I've ever
talked
seen.
about on our show
No,
a
but
game that did that smacked us in the face with the themes, and we were all railing on it. What game was that?
I don't know.
You remember that discussion?
I don't know.
We did have.
It sounds like it'd be this. Like the game
wasn't
looks
this.
gorgeous and beautiful, and the depth of choice is probably pretty incredible.
Yeah, and I like that about those games, about David Cage's games.
Yeah.
The writing has never been a strong point,
No.
but I skipped it. And what did I get? I got something else instead. I think I bought Rainbow Six.
Gotcha.
Oh, the Siege.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you talked
I
about
bought
that.
I bought Siege instead. Yeah.
Well, I bought the version of Detroit Become Human that has Heavy Rain, and I was going to play Heavy Rain first.
I liked Heavy Rain.
That was free on
I have
PS
a-
Plus a while ago.
Yeah,
I have
it-
just
it
I do
included
have a
in the
weird
price
love
of the,
for Heavy Rain. I like it a lot. I don't know why.
I like it too.
Anyway, we're spiraling off of the Destiny conversation.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else that we want to hit about the Destiny 2 release? I mean, obviously we're going to get more info over
I
the
don't
summer.
have anything.
E3 will probably have more.
E3, we're going to get more reports because they'll have a playable Gambit. So we'll get hands-on experience from people that,
Yeah.
all over YouTube and stuff.
I couldn't have anything less to talk about with Destiny 2.
Damn.
He hasn't played since vanilla.
Yeah, and I would not even call you playing Destiny 2 at launch.
Effort.
Playing it.
You couldn't
Yeah.
even call it effort.
Look, we all told you you wanted to do Xbox and PlayStation, and we were like,
stupid.
just pick a
I'm
lane.
stupid.
I was like, play with me
Pick a
on my
lane.
console, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, play with everybody, and you never.
I
came
ended
over.
up the whole time. I ended up switching between consoles and playing alone on both of them.
You're like, I'm gonna do 1 week on this console and the next week on this console. I'm like, why are you
Why?
fucking doing that?
Well, I did.
Why?
I did see a benefit to that because with the clan system, if I played on both characters, so everyone else did 2 characters on the console or whatever that they were on. I did 2 characters, but one was on each console. And I basically would double into the clan. I don't think you could have,
Running it all by yourself.
Each character has its own clan.
but each character
yeah.
did not. If you had 2 characters on one console, it did not contribute twice.
They could both contribute.
But if I had one on the Xbox and one on the PlayStation, each one would contribute to the clan per week.
Every one of your characters, no matter where, are contributing.
Now or then?
Then they might have changed it so that it is account based. But at that point, if you had 3 characters,
All of them contribute.
5,000 XP is the cap.
So it didn't matter
you can
what I
contribute.
was doing.
You could have 15,000
Now,
experience. Yeah.
basically what you're telling me is now the way I was doing it would benefit me more.
I don't know that for sure, so don't
We
quote
don't know
me
that.
on that. But they've been changing a lot to be account wide, so possibly.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
Well, there it is.
So
That's our
I
show.
guess we will see everyone next week.
Look, E3's this week.
E3 is this
Oh, yeah,
week.
enjoy
We have
E3.
huge announcements starting Saturday, and I'm so excited.
I know. I'm ready to just watch that all weekend.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Very excited.
God, I got to move. I got to watch E3. I got a faction rally.
I may not be here next week either. I still haven't decided yet because I know we're going to want to talk about this.
We cannot wait 2 weeks to talk E3.
No, we can't. I'm coming. I'm not taking off next week. It's happening.
You're going to change your mind.
I'm changing my mind. I'm
Yeah,
doing
he
it.
just
Well, you
said.
know,
he just said before the show.
We'll work this out.
We could do
we'll figure it
Discord.
out.
We could do a Discord show, necessarily if necessary.
Yeah.
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 can
But then
stream it.
then it
We
wouldn't
can
be
stream it.
live.
I like
Then it wouldn't
live,
be
though,
live.
yeah.
Wait, we could stream Discord?
I
Yeah,
can.
it's a window
I can
capture.
totally.
That would be a window capture.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something about sitting here with the buds, talking the
Hanging
games.
out.
All right. Well, let's end the show.
Let's end the show.
We'll hop into the chat and talk to the people.
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you for joining us. See you next week for more Emergent Gamer.
You can find us on, I think it's Emergent_Gamer at all the socials. So
All the socials.
follow all the stuff there.
Emergent_gamer. Yep.
All my stuff is Trip Zero,
Twitter, Twitch,
TV,
Mixer.
Trip Zero TV, literally everywhere.
And I'm Felix Hergood together.
Neo Yoshi on Twitch. Neo_Yoshi on Twitter.
Cool dudes.
Peace.
You guys have an amazing night and a happy E3.
Happy E3.
Later.
Happy E3.
Yeah, boy. That's the show. Yeah. What's up? What's up, Felix?
No, I'm just trying to get the volume up, dude.
Is that the normal
I
volume?
don't even know how to turn the fucking volume
I see it?
up. Dude,
Wait, come here.
dude, this Roku
Right there. It's on the side.
Oh, you asshole. You figured that out.
In like 2 seconds.
That's so amazing. How did you know about that?
Because my superhuman ability is technology.
I love you.
All right, what did you do? Now you're in.
I don't know what I
options.
did.
Okay, I got it. I fixed it.
He's got it.